What's going on, everyone? We're back. I'm here bringing out another NBA 2K21 video, and I said NBA 2K21. I'm bringing you another NBA 2K22 video. In today's video, we are going to be rebuilding the Phoenix Suns. And a little bit about the Phoenix Suns, guys, is that the Phoenix Suns are one of those teams that just literally lost in the NBA Finals. I know it was a great series, man. I really did want Chris Paul to get a ring, but it is what it is, man. They did lose, I believe, in 7 games. I can't remember, but the Phoenix Suns are in a very good position here, but they really have a young and up-and-coming core, man. You got, besides Chris Paul, who's up there in age, he's 36. You got Devin Booker's only 24, DeAndre Ayton's 23, Mikal Bridges. I really do like Mikal Bridges. Kind of reminds me, he's really good in linky, good two-way player, very linky. His arms are really long, like his wingspan. Sixers made a mistake trading him on draft night. I don't know why they traded him. And then they got Cam Johnson, they got Jay Crowder. This team is all around really good. They could use a little bit more of a bench, I would say, but we'll go through it. Chris Paul, the only thing about Chris Paul is that it's 2K, and y'all know that he will eventually go down in overall because he's 36 years old. So guys, if you're new to the channel, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and let's hop into this rebuild. So for the Phoenix Suns, I really think I want to move on. I would try to I don't want to trade Chris Paul because I know a lot of y'all love Chris Paul here in Phoenix. But I just want to see what we can get for him, just because he's 36, 90 overall. We're trying to get his championship now. So I'm not going to trade for anyone young. But even though it fits Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton's timeline, they are 23 and 24. Ooh, I don't want to give Mikal Bridges, but that would have been a nice trade. Kyrie. Jamal Murray would fit it, but he's 24, man. We're going to roll one season with Chris Paul, I believe. I just want to roll with this team one more time, man, and see how it goes. But for sure, I would like to move on from probably Dario Saric. He did tear his ACL or Achilles or something in the playoffs, which kind of sucked. It was game 1. I just want to see if we can get anything for someone, maybe a better backup. I like Jalen Smith's games too. Jalen Smith should be a power forward, not a center. There's not really much here. We got to find someone that can help now, like a Mitchell Robinson, Victor Oladipo, Josh Richardson, Grayson Allen. It's just not much, you might as well just keep what you have. So maybe if I throw in a first round pick, maybe if we throw in some type of first round pick, we can get something for him. We just got to find something that's really worth the deal. Not because Rashawn Holmes, Mr. Robinson's only at 80, DeAndre Hunter's at 80. I think we'll just sim with what we have for the first season and see how it goes. And if worse comes to worse, we'll make trades in the second season. So y'all should already know what the lineup is, man. It's Chris Paul, Devin Booker, Mikal Bridges, Jay Crowder, DeAndre Ayton. That's a very solid lineup. I would like a better starting power forward, but Jay Crowder's just that veteran presence that plays defense, can shoot the 3, and he'll get hot here and there sometimes. And then Cameron Payne's on the bench as well with Sarge, McGee, Kamitsky, and that's about it. So let's sim the season and see how this team does, as they did very well in real life. So we made it into the first season, and it's pretty much where the Phoenix Suns finished last year. They were second in the conference to the Utah Jazz. I don't know who they were second to this year, but the Utah Jazz, again, as you can see, Quinn Snyder did get Coach of the Year, so they did finish second to the Utah Jazz. And the Phoenix Suns are just one of those teams, man, that they're a very solid squad, man. From up and down in their starting lineup, it's very solid. Yeah, they could use a better power forward, as Chris Paul does make all NBA second team, but I just like the way this team is built, man. They built this team really solid, and there has been rumors of them going for Thaddeus Young from the Spurs, but I don't know what's gonna happen. There's rumors that they'll get Thaddeus Young for Jalen Smith and Dario Saric to make the cap work, but I don't know how that's gonna work, man. So here's the stats for the first season. It was Devin Booker 25 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. Then Chris Paul 16 and 10 assists. DeAndre Ayton had 15 and 10. I would like him to average a little bit more points, around the 18 points per game range, but he's only 23 years old, like we said, so he's got time to develop still. Develop more of a scorer. And then Mikal Bridges have 14 points. I believe that's a career high for him averaging. Yeah, he averaged 13.5 last year, so 14. He's only going to get better, man. I like Mikal Bridges a lot, and that's pretty much the rest of the stats. Nothing too special. So we are taking on. We don't know who we're taking on, so let's simulate the plan. So we are taking on the Dallas Mavericks, and y'all can't even see it because I'm blocking it. So let me hide this off real quick. All right, so we are taking on the Dallas Mavericks in the first round. We get past the Mavericks, and we end up beating them in 6 games. That's good for us, man. The Phoenix Suns are advancing to the next round. Devin Booker, Mikal Bridges all averaged 26 and 23. What did they average for the playoffs? 13.5 points. And then Devin Booker averaged 28 points. He's stepping his game up big time, man. Chris Paul is averaging 20 points and 10 assists. That's what we need from Chris Paul. And Ayton's averaging 17 points. Like I said, man, if Ayton could step up just that little bit, they might win the finals, man. So we are taking on the Pelicans here. Let's simulate the Pelicans, and we end up losing to the Pelicans. The Pelicans are just an overpowered team, man. In 2K, as the Sixers going to win the NBA championship. Y'all saw in my last rebuild that the Pelicans literally won the finals in like 160 games. The Pelicans are just an OP kind of team, man. It's nothing to be ashamed about, but we shouldn't have lost to them, I don't think. But let's head to the NBA draft. I'm pretty sure we have some draft picks that we can use, and I want to get Chris Paul a ring, man. I don't want to trade Chris Paul. I do want to get Chris Paul a championship ring here. So if we could get some better pieces around him, we got to bring Chris. Didn't we? I swear Chris Paul just got an extension in the offseason, so I'm not sure why he's not here. But if we could trade Sarge in this first round pick next year, could we get someone? I'm kind of looking for like 82 overalls at least. Like Marcus Smart would be cool, but there's nowhere for Marcus Smart to play. He would be off the bench. What if I throw in the first round pick and we throw in? I know they're fans of Cameron Payne, so we're not going to try to move Cameron Payne. Yeah, there's really nothing here that's an 80 overall, man. So we'll just send to the end of the draft. It's kind of hard to trade when your top 3 players are making money. I don't know if DeAndre Ayton's got paid yet. Marcus Carr from Texas. We'll take him because he's from Texas. Well, he was in Minnesota, but he just transferred to Texas. So let's go to team player options. Everyone can come back except Nader. I don't really like Nader. I don't know if I said his name right. Qualifying offers. Landry Shaman, I guess. DeAndre Ayton needs to be paid. It's going to be really hard, man. Really, really hard. DeAndre Ayton, we are offering him. Mikal Bridges, we got to pay. And then, I don't know where Chris Paul is. Did Chris Paul retire? Wow, I think Chris Paul retired and I went over it. Wow. That's my fault. That's all my fault for skipping it, man. That sucks. We could afford Kyrie. Might have to get Kyrie to replace Chris Paul, man. He went to the Wizards. Can we get Zach LaVine? That's all I can afford to give Zach LaVine. That blows, man. I don't even think I could afford anyone after this. Where are all the point guards? Like, why is it just generated players, man? That sucks that Chris Paul retired, man. Excuse me. I don't know how to get rid of all these players. Let's go to, I guess we'll sign Dennis Schroeder and try trading him. I'm not really a big fan of Dennis Schroeder, but is anyone else here that's not generated? That's like the biggest thing. Zach LaVine, man. I can only offer him that much. We can't really afford Zach LaVine. Where is Michael Porter? Can we afford Michael Porter? And like, maybe they don't match it and we could flip Michael Porter. But we'll see if they don't match it. Yeah, so they didn't match Michael Porter. So we technically got Michael Porter because they got 3 days to match it. And yeah, so Michael Porter is now a member of the Phoenix Suns. That just sucks that Chris Paul retired, man. I didn't think Chris Paul was going to retire. He was 36. I should have looked. But it is what it is, man. We're going to get Devin Booker a ring anyway. And let's go on to next season. Chris Paul wouldn't retire this early, though. So we can't afford to move on from Crowder and possibly Sarge to get a point guard now because we need a point guard. Since we got Michael Porter, he can move to power forward. He's 6'10". And is there just any type of point guard we could get, like a DeJounte Murray? I saw Jordan Clarkson. He'd be a great 6-man for us. I'm going to do this trade, actually. He'll be a great 6-man for us. And then after that, man, it's like we need a point guard. I'll move on from Royce O'Neal. And then it's like the bench is super bad, man. I don't know. Just Chris Paul retiring really just messed this whole thing up. But we need a point guard of any type and a starting point guard at that. Is there a way to get DeJounte Murray, man? Who did I put in there? Royce O'Neal. Like, would y'all do this? I kind of have to give up like picks because like without, I don't even want Drew Eubanks, so we're gonna have to take Drew Eubanks in the deal. Like that's too much just for DeJounte Murray. He is an 84, man. But I'll give y'all 2 seconds. I don't want to give up like any first round picks anymore, man. Cool. So they agreed with 2 seconds. We got DeJounte Murray. I didn't want to trade Cameron Payne, but we could replace him with Jordan Clarkson. So the lineup isn't too bad. I'd rather have it like this with Michael Porter here and Mikal Bridges. So it's going to be DeJounte. I know this kind of sucks because Chris Paul retired, but it's going to be DeJounte Murray, Devin Booker, Mikal Bridges, Michael Porter, DeAndre Ayton with Jordan Clarkson, Cam Johnson, Drew Eubanks, and Jalen Smith off the bench with Glenn Robinson. Like this team just isn't that good. We kind of got to go a 9-man rotation. I like the way this team is, honestly. Like they improved, but they lost Chris Paul. But it's like you got Jordan Clarkson as a 6-man now. You got DeJounte Murray as the point guard. You got Mikal Bridges still. You still got DeAndre Ayton and Devin Booker. The bench could use a little work, low key, but it's not too bad. We'll see how it goes, man. If we're really doing this bad, we'll end up redoing it. This kind of sucks. Like Chris Paul retired. Chris Paul messed everything up. Finished second in the conference yet again, and Luka Doncic is the MVP. Chet Holmgren Rookie of the Year for the Rockets. 6-man goes to Markelle Fultz. Giannis got Defensive Player of the Year. Most Improved goes to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Monty Williams got Coach of the Year for us, I believe. I don't know if he's still with us. 54 and 28. Let's check and see if that was us. I'm not too sure, honestly. So NBA standings, we were 54 and 28. So yeah, Minnesota won 1 more game than us. Wow. And if we look at the player stats, we were led by none other than my boy DeJounte Murray, JK. It was probably led by Devin Booker. We were led by Devin Booker, 22.5 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. And it was Michael Porter Jr.'s 19, 6 and 1. Ayton had 16 and 14. And then Murray had 16, 6 and 7. I like Murray's all-around game, man. Murray is just, he had 2 steals a game also, man. Murray is just one of those point guards that I really just truly, I like his passion for the game. Like he's always just grinding and hustling. Like DeJounte Murray's one of those players, man, that just never quits, man. Like it's cool, man. Like he posts a lot of shit on Instagram, and I just follow him on Instagram a lot. So we are the 2nd seed yet again. Let's see who we play. And we take on the Golden State Warriors, and I accidentally hit sim playoffs, and y'all can't even see what happened. It's 3-2 right now. Simulate the round, and we won in 7. Sadly, we won in 7 games, man. Y'all can see in the top right corner, it said game 7. Jordan Clarkson dropped 33, 6 and 4 for us, 7 for 10, man. And that's why you need Jordan Clarkson on this team, man. Jordan Clarkson's a beast, 16, 3 and 6. Jordan Clarkson, man, is just a scorer, man. He's just a pure scorer, man. We're taking on the Pelicans yet again, which kind of blows because like the Pelicans are just so OP, man. Like look at that. We lose to the Pelicans again. This is wild, man. Zion is just too good, man. If y'all saw my last video, man, Zion's just too good. This team isn't bad, man. Like I really like this team, man. Jared Allen and the Cavaliers won the NBA Finals. Okay, didn't see that coming. NBA draft, man. This should have been one of the most easier rebuilds to do, but the fact that Chris Paul retired and the fact that what's his face, this Pelicans, we keep playing the Pelicans. It kind of, how the Pelicans get the 1st overall pick, but playing the, come on, man. Pelicans over here beating us in the playoffs, but are over here getting 1st overall picks. Like, come on, man. Come on. I don't really know if we can get anyone in free agency. We have no money, so we got to get DeAndre Ayton back and Mikal Bridges. That kind of, and Cam Johnson. All these guys are coming back. We're not saying no for an answer. Are you serious? Wow. We just keep getting fucked, man. Is Mikal Bridges still here? Like, are you serious? Now we don't have any cap space to get anyone. You gotta tell me Mikal Bridges came back, right? Thank God. Thank God. We're giving him all the money possible. The Rockets didn't have money to get him. Thank God, man. Like, I also understand this game. Are we 1st? Thank God. We got Mikal Bridges back, 4 years, 100 million. And I guess we'll bring Drew Eubanks back. I mean, he wants the minimum. Why not? Marcus Carr can go. So player progression, I hope they all went up, man. DeJounte should be like an 86, 87. DeJounte is an 86, Porter's 87, 89, 82. Mikal Bridges stayed at 83. Mikal Bridges doesn't really go up. Jordan Clarkson dipped a bit. But nonetheless, this team isn't too bad, man. Like, there's a lot of new faces, but you still got your, most importantly, the big 2. Technically big three if you count Mikal Bridges, but you still got Booker and Ayton here, and Ayton surpassed Booker in overall actually, so that's not too bad. If I make Ayton a power forward, does he go down? He goes to a 90. What about if I make Porter a power forward? He stays at 87, so let me make him the power forward. And like right now, if you look at this roster, this starting lineup is like fantastic. Defense, score, defense, score, and then he could do both defense and score. Like you got pretty much both of everything you want here. You got your 6 men off the bench in Clarkson, Cam Johnson score, Jalen Smith is up there going up in overall, and we signed Eric Gordon. I guess he went to a 71. So realistically, if we can just find like a backup point guard, I mean Clarkson can take that role, but if we kind of just need like a backup point guard, they signed Frank Ntilikina. If we can trade Drew Eubanks and Frank for just some type of backup point guard, that would be fantastic. Like even just like some, like I say, was that Isaiah Thomas, man? A 76 Gallinari. I mean, maybe Gallinari can get us something better. Montrezl Harrell, maybe Montrezl Harrell can. So let's go with Montrezl Harrell here, and then we trade. I wish they had something where you can like trade like for a position you need, like put Trade Finder, and I'm looking for a point guard, something like that, man. Could we get some type of point guard, please? Any type of point guard? Duncan Robinson, you serious? Wow. Here's our point guard. Yep. We'll go with Lewis. He's a higher overall and younger, so we get Lewis Jr. from the Pelicans, which maybe that'll help us start winning now. So the lineup is DeJounte Murray, Devin Booker, Mikal Bridges, Michael Porter Jr., and DeAndre Ayton, with Clarkson, Lewis, Johnson, Smith, and that's about it off the bench. Lewis is only like 5'10", right? He's 6'1". Does he have any perimeter defense though? That's the real thing. His perimeter defense is a beast, so not too bad, but he's just kind of short out there. But let's please go and win a championship with these Suns, man. Please. We made it into the final season, and we didn't do too hot, man. We got the 7th seed. I don't understand how we got the 7th seed at all. I really don't. But let's go through the NBA, All-NBA teams and stuff. Here's the All-NBA teams. Hopefully we don't have to play anyone too tough. We got to play the play-in game against the Kings. Simulate the play-in game, and we end up beating the Kings, thankfully. So we technically got the 7th seed against the Mavericks over here. I also don't know why we did so bad, man, this year. 20 points, 17, 10, and 7 from Murray. Booker only had 15 points. So Devin Booker, no, wrong one. I keep going to the wrong one, man. I don't know why. Devin Booker led us with 22 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, and was Ayton with 20, 15, and 3, man. Ayton's becoming that monster, man. Ayton's just a beast, man. Porter had 20 and 8 and 2 assists, and was Murray with his triple-double almost, and then Clarkson and Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges took a step back, kind of, but he's going to do that with Michael Porter taking more shots. So we take on the Mavericks. Y'all can't see yet again. Sorry, man. We ended up winning in 6. Wow. We beat the Mavericks in 6. DeAndre Ayton had 28 and 17, 24 and 9. I just don't know how. Like the Pelicans are the #1 seed, man. If we lose to the Pelicans again, man, I don't know, man. We went in 5 on this against the Thunder. Shai Gilgeous had 33, 6, and 8. That dude's a monster, man. DeJounte had 29, 8, and 6, 2 steals. DeJounte's becoming that beast too, man. 87 overall. The Rockets, you see what I mean? Like, come on, man. The Rockets beat the #1 seed Pelicans, but we couldn't beat them the past 2 years. Come on, 2K. Like, this is kind of that. You gotta let us win. You gotta let us win the finals now. Chris Middleton was on the Rockets, really. Ingram, Zion, Valanciunas, they're all still there. I don't know how we couldn't beat them. Still made the round, man, and we beat the Rockets in 5, taking on the Celtics. Can we please win a championship? I guess we just had to be the 8th seed, man, to go out and win a championship. I don't know, man. We were the 7th seed. We ended up beating the who do we just beat? DeAndre Ayton is your Finals MVP, averaging 20 points, 18 rebounds, 4 assists. This dude's a monster, man. He is becoming that beast down low, man, that everyone's been talking about. We ended up beating the Celtics in 5 with Jason Tatum still there, I believe. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Mitchell Robinson, Buddy Hield, Brandon Clark, Himelo Diablo, but they even have Brent Forbes on the bench, Enes Kanter. But that's me in the video, guys. We did end up winning a championship. I guess we just had to be the 7th seed. We were 5th in the power rankings, though, but we were the 7th seed. Let me know what other videos I want to see down in the comment section, and I will catch y'all guys next time. Peace.